Alright, this is the a demo of the video face recognition system, or VFR for short. We've got a NVIDIA Jetson TX2 development board here. This part's the TX2 module itself. We've got kind of a hacky breadboard speaker situation. There's a better one coming, it just came in the mail, so I haven't set it up yet. And then just a normal USB webcam. This is just a 1080p webcam, a 720p would be fine as well, or really anything that will give a /dev/video device that could be used with OpenCV. Should be fine, so you could buy a more expensive pan tilt camera as long as the Linux drivers would support it in the same way that you would use with an OpenCV. Runs Ubuntu 18.04, which comes with the NVIDIA package, and everything runs as a daemon, so you don't need to be logged in. It's not a desktop application, everything just runs in the back end. The database, the actual recognition system, processing service, there's like a database admin tool, and a couple other things we'll go over in another video about the architecture of this system. So right now we're starting off with a blank slate. No images or identities have been trained in the system, so what we'll get is when I walk through it, it will show an unidentified notification. And we'll show you in the access log that it also is shown there. That's just the crackling sound is the bad connection on the breadboard. So when things get soldered up, that'll be better. 'Cause it just uses an I2C audio connection because the board doesn't have an audio output jack. So I can now show you, we also have a dashboard. Let me go ahead and log out. So this is just a web server that's running on board, so it's just an all-in-one package. The load is fine. I've got a user already set up, so go ahead and log in. And we'll see here that, just right now it was 12:14. So yeah, 12:15. So that was the access log of a person that's totally not in the system, unknown, zero confidence in the access log. But we can go ahead and train a new identity up in here. Press this, and there's a train thing, submenu. There's a bunch of instructions which basically tells you to put a name in there, press the button, wait a while, press Q on the keyboard. So we're just gonna go ahead and add me. And so there we go. What we can kind of see here, it's a little bright, but the camera is recording images. The GPU is not fantastic, but everything is running on the GPU, so it is hardware accelerated. When you train, you gotta make sure there's just one face in the image. There will be a red box around the face, and then slowly move the face in different directions. You don't need hundreds. Well, I guess you do gotta get hundreds of images because for every face that it finds, every time it finds an image with that one face, it uses the first face it finds, and it adds that as an image in the database for training later of a classifier. All right, I think that's good enough for now. So now you could go ahead and continue to train people, but right now we'll just do me. And the next step is you press this Start Training button.
Starting training a new model.
So the system is now training a new model with my identity. The camera's turned off, but when it finishes training, the system will resume normal activity and start monitoring again with my identity now in the database. We'll do the pass again and show that it's now an authenticated detection. This may take several minutes, depending on how many images, how many identities. It does take quite a while, and running on this guy, it's a little bit slower. That's why we're only running with my face. We'll continue the video in a second.
Training has completed. Resuming normal monitoring.
So you can see there that we got a notification that training was completed. For more identities, there will be like 50% done if there's 2 people or more. If there's 4 people or more, you get a 25% and a 75% complete notification. So we're back up and running, and I'm going to go walk in front of it. We should get an authorized detection.
Welcome, Mike, to the Machine Intelligence Lab.
So it will get the person's name, the identity, and actually go and hit Google's text-to-speech API and grab an MP3. And you can have a custom greeting you see here added to the Machine Intelligence Lab to the end. And then we will show that in the app. So now if I go back to the dashboard, and we can see there, it's 1229. 1228. Mike with 71% in confidence. So with more images, the confidence will kind of go up a little bit. There's a lot of work that needs to kind of go into kind of some of the other things, like I don't correlate faces in the stream of the video, so I don't do any like video object tracking, which could definitely help out quite a bit. Just make sure we're still recording. And so there's a piece of block of code that's like to do, implement here. So definitely for other people that are interested in the lab, they could add some code there. Makes it kind of easy. Got the infrastructure there. And then there's also the identification / confidence. So the model gives you a distance for each of the faces, and so I kind of have something crude in there to kind of take all these different distances and create a confidence out of that. It's kind of arbitrary, it's a little empirical from experience, but there's probably definitely something more technical to go into that. So that's the demo. Thanks.